First of all, let me say what a wonderful presentation that was. I thoroughly endorse everything that Andrew has said, very professionally produced. The symbols used in reflection, in remembrance, were all beautifully produced, a very good narrative, very well thought out, etc. I would love to see this used as a template for future productions. In fact, I'm going to have a word with Andrew later on at some stage to see what I can do with it, to send to headquarters British Legion to say, look, this is what has been produced by the Scouts. Please take it on board and use it as you think fit. It is wonderful and is an example of what youth can do and the effort that has been made. Let's get on to today. It has been a year ago, we had a wonderful turnout. I remember, in fact, all of you there, we remember it was standing room only in the parish church. In fact, it was sitting room only. We had the people sitting on the carpets in the aisles, the Cubs, the Scouts, the Brownies, everywhere. We were jam-packed solid. We had a lovely remembrance service. We then moved down to the village war memorial opposite the Swan there. And then we were joined by our good friends from the Baptist Chapel, other villagers there. In fact, there was a massive crowd there, probably bigger than we've ever had in previous years. Fortunately, the weather was good. And again, a very simple service of remembrance, of which we focused on the fallen of Fressingfield, which incidentally this year, if we'd gone ahead, Andrew had very kindly volunteered to read the names out. But we saw a beautiful example of the history involved by the research that had been done. Fast forward to this year, no one could have predicted what would have happened. We have had to sort of think quickly on the run the whole time. Remembrance services throughout the county, and I'm referring to Suffolk only, have been cancelled basically. Outdoor parades, not really. Again, following government guidelines, can't take place. What are we doing? We had to cancel our act of remembrance, which was going to be short, quite moving, and very reflective and to the point. But there were going to be people there and looking ahead and taking into account government lockdown restrictions, the age of people, our duty of care. We didn't want any cavalier actions which would have repercussions for the future and perhaps cause an extra COVID cases in our village, and also, let's not beat about the bush, serious illnesses in the future. So we had to cancel, and it was not a hasty decision. It was done with a lot of thought, and a lot of people contacted. So what's happening in the rest of the county? There will be short acts of remembrance right round. Ipswich will be having a very short service at the Cenotaph in Christchurch Park. In all the villages and towns around our county, there will be short acts of remembrance, a wreath laying, a 2-minute silence, a dipping of standards, basically something to acknowledge the debt we owe to our fallen, the sacrifices made. What you have done tonight is wonderful. For the rest of the county, it will be remembered. There will be short acts. That's all that can take place until, let's hope, this time next year we can return to a sense of normality and we can once again unite ourselves, everyone in the parish church. We can sing hymns. We can sort of reflect, listen to sermons, readings that highlight the deed, why we have to remember. Then hopefully all of us, the Scouts, who form a wonderful backdrop to the village war memorial each year, we can all assemble and we can honour ourselves in Fressingfield too. And all I can say is thank you very much for inviting me tonight. It's been wonderful. It's been very reflective, very moving, but very worthwhile. Thank you, Fressingfield Scouts.